He didn't touch nobody. I'm
trying to stay sucker free in a world full of lollipops. I'm seeing all the ops. Fake news, fake views. It's an illness, the cure to the sick shit. It's the pretty realist. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Realist Lounge. I am your hostess with the mostest, Shannon Nicole, and we are about to get into a real good conversation tonight. I got some heavy hitters. I have heavy hitters every week, but this time we're gonna do something real special because y'all know it's Black History Month, and I really wanted to make sure that we really talked about this conversation because I don't know about y'all, but it felt a little different to me this year. It felt a little different, just a little different to me. The vibe is definitely different. I'm not going to say that it's off, but I think that we have a mass awakening that's happening around this country. Really, it's happening around the world because some people are realizing that they are no longer invited to the cookout. Hello. They are no longer invited to the cookout. You could be a speculator, but you can't be a participator. So I got some heavy hitters that's right now on the line with me, y'all. Welcome everybody. Go ahead, show some love to my amazing, I'm gonna call y'all co-host family because y'all not guests, y'all co-host family. So go ahead and introduce yourself. We're gonna start with the only brother that's on here. Go ahead, tell them who you are, tell them tell them where they can find you at, and then we're gonna move on down to Miss Megan, my auntie, and my sister Shamon. Go ahead, President Dante.
Hey, thank you for having me on. I'm from North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina. President Dante on TikTok. Conservative. Happy to be a Black American and putting our Black history out there and just putting the truth out there. So that's what I'm about tonight. Over here with these heavy hitters. Miss Megan. Miss Shimon. I'm ready. That's all
Ready? I got. All right, go ahead. Tell them about your auntie.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? I just want to take the time so much to say thank you to Shannon for inviting me to your wonderful platform, your podcast here. It's such an honor to be in the midst of people who are willing to learn, who want to, kind of expand and expound on some of the previous information that we have been given that may have been a little bit incorrect, but, Auntie is in the building. My name is Megan McGlover. I am a therapist by trade. A lot of people don't know that. When I start shouting, they say, oh, she couldn't possibly be. Yes, I am a therapist. I am a truth-telling specialist. I call myself Auntie because I'm going to give you the truth and I'm going to give it to you in a very loving way, but it's still going to sting a little bit. But the good thing about your auntie is that aunties always make a meal. And so they say, well, I got to tell you something. Come on to my house. I cooked something for you. So I'm going to give you the hard truth, but it's okay because it's going to come with a little bit of cornbread, probably some greens, a little bit of gumbo or whatever. Maybe, if auntie's feeling good, some crab legs. And so you'll be all right. Just know that I love you. And you can reach me, MeganMcGlover.com, Megan McGlover everywhere. It's always Megan McGlover. My YouTube, however, is McGlover Foal, McGloverFul, like beautiful McGlover Foal. All right, we're gonna have a good time tonight. Come on, Shimon.
Come on, Shimon.
Yes, let's do it. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm paranoid from my last experience, but I'm Shimon. I'm from Florida. I recently just registered y'all as a conservative, but always had conservative values down to the point where I'm a stay-at-home mom. So, but I'm new to this, but I feel like just uncovered so much of history that I didn't know. And then I also want to talk about people in history that were demonized and how that looks now, which would open my eyes. I'm like, whoa, these people were demonized when they were actually the ones that were trying to tell us the truth about history. So, how is that going to play whenever they're telling our history story? Who's going to be demonized, but was actually the hero and was actually trying to tell you, no, this is incorrect. So that's been a part of me educating myself as well as educating my kids. Like, no, that's not true. That's not how that happened. She was just the face of this issue. She wasn't the actual person this happened to. No, this person tried to tell us about that person, but they told us that person was a liar and he was a bad person. So that's been the growing process, and it's been painful. Honestly, for me, it's been painful because I'm like, has everything we've known and been taught, has that been a lie? And for the most part, that's what I feel like it's been going on. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to for us to let people into our minds. And I call it, we've been emancipated from mental slavery, as Marcus Garvey said. We've been emancipated from mental slavery, and we're freely thinking now. So I'm excited to let people see what goes on in our minds, and to show them, hey, we don't care. We're comfortable, and we're so comfortable, as I always say, we're so comfortable in our Black skin. We don't care that you don't want us at the cookout, baby. The cookout is in us. We're good.
All right
So
now.
yeah, thank you, Shannon, for this invite. And y'all know I'm ready to run my mouth. So let's do it.
I love it. I love it. Let me tell you something. I've been on this Black History kick for quite some time. Definitely, I would say it started with Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed, when he dropped Hidden Colors, like 10, 15 years ago, I think that so many people was awakened to a history that we was never told about, when it comes to religion, when it comes to how many amazing things that our people have created. But it's been a bit of a switch from Tariq Nasheed's Hidden Colors over the last 20 years. Now we're learning that everybody ain't come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that some people were already here. We're learning about that the transatlantic slave trade didn't happen the way that we thought that it happened. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't gonna hold you. I was up to 4 a.m. the other day, y'all. It's this website called Newspaper Archives, and you can look up newspapers all the way from like 1500s. Do you know that like the first Africans that came over here was the white ones?
I didn't know that.
See,
now you teaching me something. I didn't know that. Don't make me sad because I be lost. Like this is really about the. I didn't know that.
Listen, the first Africans that came over here to America were not Black Africans. They were the white ones, and they've been coming to our country for years. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, a lot of people were probably feeling some type of way last year, and then I'm gonna get into our icebreaker. But you know, some people were feeling some type of way that Trump let them South Africans come over here with everything that was going on over there. And you know, I was just like, you know, it's like 50, 60 of them. I ain't really cared too much compared to the millions that they let just flood our border. I was just like, I'll take 50, 60 white South Africans. Y'all done been coming over here for years and just been running through our borders. But yeah, after I did a little research, I just was kind of like, I don't know, y'all probably was kind of playing wolf. You know what I'm saying? Just to get over here.
I picked that up too. I heard that from another creator that was from South Africa that made that comment, and he was a white South African, and he said he doesn't know what he's letting in.
Yeah, because like, truth be told, I mean, like, sometimes you just gotta look back just to kind of see how we are, where we are right now. That's why it's important to know history, because that way you won't make the same mistakes over and over again. If you would know history, you would know, you wouldn't consider yourself to be a descendant of a slave. You may find out that your parents or your family probably owned slaves, because see, there was also Black slave owners. But with another thing, a lot of people like to throw that out here. They like to throw that out there, not even really knowing that those wasn't even Black Americans that was owning slaves. Those were people from Africa, Angola, that was owning slaves. We also had Black Europeans that was able to come over here to own slaves. So we got to be very mindful about the words that we use when we talk about Black history. We also got to be very mindful of why Black history even came about. It started out as just Negro History Week, and it was only supposed to put in place to celebrate the accolades and acknowledgement of the amazing things that a lot of Black Americans were creating, because they weren't being celebrated. But what a lot of Democrats don't know is that it was a Republican that made that possible for us to have Black History Month. President Gerald Ford is who made that possible. Yeah, it took 50 years for it to get to that point, But this is why it's important to acknowledge the people that did allow us to have these holidays in order for us to celebrate our inventors. So with all of that being said, we learned a lot about Black history later on in our lives. What part of Black history did you all learn later in life that you never heard of, you never knew of, you didn't see it in your history books? I'm going to start with you, Auntie.
Well, of course, I probably like most people, I thought that all Black melanated people came from Africa. That's what I was taught. And it's so crazy because on my mother's side, my maternal great grandmother was a full-blooded Indian.
Wow.
So why would you automatically think, you know what I'm saying? And on my paternal side, we are descendants from Ireland. So again,
Wow.
it's just crazy that, it's just an end all be all. Oh, well, everybody that's melanated, everybody that's Black is an African American. You a lie, and the truth is not within you.
Yeah.
And so when I found that out, and I found that out really, really, really late, and it's interesting because I found it out internally. Like nobody told me. I didn't I didn't like read it or anything. I just thought about it and I said, well, that doesn't make any sense. Everybody can't possibly be from Africa, and everything can't possibly be the way that they're saying, because you have buildings that have been here far before the 1800s, 1700s, 1600s. You got elevators that go all the way back to the 1700s. So who was building it? Who? So you know what I'm saying? Like, so some of this stuff, is not mathing. So it just kind of came about like that. And then of course, law of attraction, because, Spirit had put that in my mind, then information started coming and confirmed it. It was like, oh yeah, no, we're not all from Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Shimon?
I think mine is like most recent history. Mine is Rosa Parks was actually just the face, and I was teaching my son this, and it bothered me so bad. Rosa Parks was just the face of the bus boycott, and it was actually Miss Claudette was the one that actually took the abuse.
Yeah.
And she was 15 years old, and I'm like, we never even known about this. Miss Claudette just died, just passed away 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And had only been since her passing, it was only I think maybe 2 or 3 years that her record was expunged from what she had went through. So my son came home last week with his history project, and Rosa Parks, of course, was in there. Baby, I made Rosa Parks' picture this big. And I put a big picture of Miss Claudette right there. I put the face of it.
Petty.
The actual victim.
Petty. She's petty.
A real petty. No,
I love it.
You won't indoctrinate these. Indoctrination take a long time to overcome. Yeah, I was like, you're going to teach her something. You're going to tell her, no, this person was the face of it, but this was the actual victim. And I looked at the pictures of Rosa whenever she was being fingerprinted by the officers. And I was like, I told my son, I said, now look at this picture. I said, think about what was going on back then. Do you really think a cameraman would be there allowing her to pose for this picture while she's getting fingerprinted by a white police officer? I was like, think about it.
Don't forget her husband had a car.
Let's talk about it. I told him that too. I was like, she had no reason to even be on the bus. Yeah, so that was one part, and then the whole
and let's not forget. Wait a minute, Shimon. Let's not forget that Rosa Parks had to ride the bus several times so that she could have this incident. It didn't happen the first time. She rode the bus about 15 different times just so that somebody could have this type of situation. And not only that, it was not just Blacks in the front Blacks in the back and whites in the front. It was whites in the front, anybody in the middle, and then designated Blacks in the back. What had happened was if the front gets full of whites, then they will start going into the middle and tell the black people in the middle, well, we need to go to your designated area, which is in the back. But they was mingling around in the middle all the time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a bunch of BS. If you really, that's why I'm trying to say, these people getting upset about the wrong thing.
They worried about the wrong thing.
Back to the middle and around again.
Let's hear from you, Dante. What you think, President?
When I found out the NAACP wasn't really created for black folk, and when I realized the hands that were in it, you know what I'm saying, like how there was a bunch of white people that was actually the orchestrators of it. When you look at the founders of it, most of them are the small hats, and you have all those different things. So it's not really to advance black people, it's really to advance their cause. So when I began to really look into them, like we was lying in history, they keep on saying the NAACP is for the advancement of colored people. But when they use the word color, now I'm starting to understand what that means. Color doesn't mean black. You know what I'm saying? Because or melanated Americans like us, when they say colored people, that can mean Hispanic, that can mean anybody that's not white or European. So when I began to look into that, I was like, they've been playing this a long time. Even with Martin Luther King with the whole, Marxist and socialist attitude, I thought that he was kind of like, everybody do for themselves. And I realized that, hey, he was pushing socialism. He was down for them. He studied Karl Marx and things like that. And then he wasn't even the profound preacher. He didn't believe half the stuff he preached. It was just kind of like, with the civil rights movement, they went through churches, but a lot of that stuff that he was talking about really didn't have anything to do with, what he was preaching about. So that just dumbfounded me, because I'm like, that's not what I was taught in school. It's like, I have a dream speech, and I heard that wasn't even written by him.
It wasn't. So I was going to tell you that the guy name is like Clarence or something. I don't want to mess it up, but he deserves recognition. I had it written down for my notes, but yes, he's the actual writer of the first 7 paragraphs and many more of the speeches that were given by Dr. King.
What?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, it was a Jew.
Yes. It was and he's actually in one of the pictures in the background while he's on stage. He's in one of the pictures with Dr. King.
Clarence
his advisor.
His name was Clarence
Jones. Clarence B. Jones, right?
Clarence Jones, along with Stanley Levinson. I told you he was a Jew.
Yep.
Clarence B.
I'm
Jones.
not saying that name. I'm not saying it's derogatory. I like Jews.
Yes.
And what's the other guy's name?
Clarence Jones and Stanley Levinson. Levison.
Oh, wow.
Man, I wish you could see, because I want to look it up now.
Yeah.
I was not aware.
Well, somebody in the comments said you said the truth will set you free.
Oh, shit.
Clarence was a black guy, but Stanley Levinson was not.
Yes, Stanley Levinson was a Jewish attorney from New York who raised funds for the Montgomery bus boycott.
Oh, okay.
Oh my goodness!
We thought they was all poor. Just came straight off the cotton field, didn't we? See what I'm saying? It's a bunch of BS.
That is some insight. Oh, child, that's a whole nother conversation. I ain't even gonna give them the time of day, but they sure found their ways in all our business, didn't they?
Well, listen, it's not so much that they found their way into all of our business. It's that the people who allow themselves to be puppets enjoy being a puppet. See, you have to make sure that you understand. Everybody does not want to be free at last because freedom costs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yes.
People who are willfully ignorant are some of the happiest people running around on this planet right now. It is the people who know that something is either wrong or off or whatever are the ones who suffer with cognitive dissonance, because you now are having to understand some truth in contradiction to what you have always been told and what you think is the truth. That is cognitive dissonance. It causes problems. And so if you can be ignorant and get paid for it,
Yes, sir. You
Shit.
better speak.
they
You
want
better
to be
speak.
puppets. And so what they do is they do the, the Jamal Bryant thing, well.
Yes. And forgive me, I call him Dr. King.
It's a bunch of
That's
BS.
I feel like that's going to
He
be a version of Dr. King in the history books. Dr. Jamal
Jamal
Bryant.
Bryant.
Mm.
You think so?
It's given. When history is written, yeah, they're gonna paint him like Dr. King, because the things I've been learning about Dr. King, I'm like, oh, for real?
Well, they're not gonna paint him like Dr. King because now the truth is
No.
coming out. They'll probably end up
And I
painting him
hope
a
that's
little
what
bit more.
I
They'll
told my
probably paint
husband that. He was like, I wonder what history is gonna look like whenever they're writing it about us. I was like, they're gonna put me in it because I'm telling the God's honest truth.
Let me go to this comments real quick. It says, at Brooklyn Girl 222, Maggie said they get to sidestep responsibility by staying in the victim mindset. This is some true shit. This is so true, because like the moment that you call out our people on some BS, the first thing that they want to say is they want to just pass the buck to somebody else. Oh, well, y'all don't say nothing when white people do it. Y'all
Worry
don't
about
say nothing when
yourself and
so and
fix
so
the
do it.
us, please. Jeez.
I guess. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into identity. Identity is a very big part of what's going on right now. Black folks have had an identity crisis for I don't know how long, and it's not our fault. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that we coming up out of it. We didn't know. We didn't know. We've been told that we was African Americans for so damn long, and we just all, back in the 90s, we had our X hats with our African shirts, and we was wearing the dashikis, and then Black Panther came out. We was like all in, Black Panther and everything else. So when it comes to identity, how would you explain the FBA identity? FBA, Foundational Black Americans, very big term that's being used right now to describe the lineage of Black Americans right now. People say it's quite divisive, but it's been getting recognition and it's been blowing up thanks to the likes of Tariq Nasheed. What's our guy's name on the conservative side? Tucker Carlson then talked about it. ABC then dropped a whole segment about it and removed the video, y'all. So it's obviously gaining some steam. So when it comes to the original purpose of FBA and the identity, how would you say that it is useful or it's more divisive? We're gonna start with you, President Dante.
I think it's useful because I think in order for you to know where you're going, you got to know where you've been, right? So I think that us knowing that information is helpful, but at the same time, will it really change a lot? I don't know, because so much has been embedded in people. And if you notice, when you try to have conversation with people, they're like Aunt Megan said, is that they're willfully ignorant. You can give them the truth. You can put it on a platter. You can put it in the sky on a blimp. You can put it in 1,000 ways, and they're just not going to believe it. So even with you giving them all the facts, it's still some people just want to be a victim because they get more attention being a victim than understanding that, hey, we've been here. We didn't just all come from Africa, that we pretty much all the corners of the earth. We're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere you can go and not see us or somebody that look like us. So I think it's very helpful. I think it's necessary for us to know where we have been, and those that would apply it, I think it will be helpful. But I don't see it as being divisive at all. I mean, unless they're using it to play the victim role, you know what I'm saying, how things were stolen from us. Let's try to figure out how we can get it back. If it was stolen, let's come up with a way to get it back. That's just the way I look at it.
Yeah.
And I yield.
What you think? What you think, AC?
Well, this probably not going to go well.
We ready? We ready.
This probably not going to go well. First of all, oh Jesus. First of all, it would seem to me that in the Black African American community, you only have a couple of two things that you can be: a pimp, a pastor, or play some sports.
Yeah.
So if you kind of think about some of these people and persons, they usually fit into one of those categories or a variation of such, right? Now, I want to say that. Now, let me go on to your question. I personally am not Black, nor am I an African American. I am a melanated American. And the only reason why I say the word melanated is because I like it. I like the word.
Yeah.
And it just lets you know that I understand and see that, my skin's not going to crack as fast as maybe someone else's. That's it. It's not a big deal. But I am a melanated American. Now, the problem that I have with things like, let me not say problem, because it's not a problem as much as it is a unnecessary hurdle or bump in the movement that we're trying to do.
Mhm.
When you have things like FBA, it in some way wants to separate us from America, and I don't agree.
Yeah.
You cannot separate me from America. You cannot separate me. You cannot even separate me from slave owners. You know why? Because there were a bunch of melanated Americans that were already here that were hiring and firing slave labored people, whether they were white or Black or Latino or Indian or whatever. So you cannot separate me from America.
Mhm.
When you do that, you then have to prove the separation.
Right.
I don't have to prove you shit. In the words of Missy Elliott, me and Tim don't have to prove you shit. I don't have to prove you nothing. I am an American. My mother's an American. My mother's mother is an American. My mother's mother's mother is American. And the same thing on my daddy's side.
Yeah.
You have to prove me wrong before I have to prove myself right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So the problem is that, in my personal opinion, is that when you have these different groups, then it is yet again another democratic-ish way of separating and saying, oh, well, we're different, or we need, or this, or that, etc.
Mhm.
But it's on the lower level. Now, I'm going to say this story real fast. I promise you, I'm not going to take all of the time on this podcast. I remember seeing an interview many years ago of Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was doing a video and he said, I realized one day that it wasn't about the color of my skin. And the white guy, who's a reporter or interviewer, said, well, what do you mean? He said, I went into a restaurant down south. And the people would not let me in. They said, no niggas allowed or whatever. You got to go through the back or whatever. And he said, hey, man, I'm Muhammad Ali. I'm a butterfly and all this, and I'm pretty, And he said, you don't know who I am. And they said, we don't give a damn who you are. You cannot come into this restaurant. And so Muhammad Ali said, you guys can look this video up. Muhammad Ali said to the waitress or hostess or whatever, said, oh, you don't know. I am getting ready to represent the Olympics, the United States in the Olympics. And I'm going to come back as a champion and I'll show you. So he goes off to the Olympics. He wins. He comes back to the same restaurant. Now watch this
story.
He comes back to the restaurant and it just so happened to be some African people standing behind him. He knew they were Africans because they had on African garb or whatever their clothes were. You could see that they were of African descent. And you could also tell by their color and their language, they were not speaking English. Muhammad Ali went up to that same waitress and said, and he had his gold medal on him at the time. And he said, I bet you're going to let me in now. And she said, I bet you we won't, ho. Then she retched around him and called for the Africans that were the same color of President Dante's shirt, beckoned them to come in, and Muhammad Ali, which is the color of my shirt, could not get in. He told that person on the interview, he said, I knew right then it had nothing to do with race. It has something to do with origin.
Yep.
Wow.
And what I keep trying to tell you, and I'm going to say the word monkeys, I keep trying to tell you donkeys, you ducks, you zoo animals, stop allowing people to make it about race, because Africans can come over here to this country. It doesn't matter what tribe they from, whether it's the doom doom knock knock, it doesn't fucking matter. They can come over here and get a student loan. They can get a business loan. They can go to school, become doctors, lawyers, accountants. They can become nurses, even if they don't even actually graduate with a nursing degree, but that's another story for another time. They can do a whole bunch of stuff. But black, melanated American people are still struggling and still suffering because it does not have anything to do with color. I keep trying to tell you it has something to do with what they're not telling you.
Yep.
If they're telling you that it is this, that, this, then that ain't what it is, ho. Look the other way. If they telling you it's over here, you better be looking over there.
Wow.
Somebody clapping for me? Or was that popcorn?
That was clapping. It was chicken.
You better be looking over there, because that's really the truth. And the truth, if we can prove it, melanated Americans will own this entire country.
Yep.
And the real Africa is here, ho, not there. But that's okay. This ain't my show. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Shimon. Ooh.
My issue with I'm with Auntie on it. I feel like we have to stop separating ourselves as every other thing other than I belong here. I'm American. Like I paid the cost to be here. There are people that came before me that paid the cost. Like I used to be so offended. You remember when OJ said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. I'm an individual. When he said that, I used to be so offended. I used to be like, the audacity. Now I'm like, I get it.
Okay.
I get it. I'm an individual and I'm an American. Like I know, like I acknowledge that I'm black, but I'm also an American. Like, don't try to separate it as if I'm something different from you or you have more rights to something other than, and I feel like that separation mainly comes from the Democrats placing that constantly in our minds as if we're so different and we don't belong here. No, this land is your land, this land is my land. But my issue, and President said this. He said we have to know our history. I think my issue with I agree we have to know our history. I do agree with that. But far as the people, my loved ones, I find it that they get stuck there. It's like, damn, are you I'm sorry, I ain't supposed to curse.
No,
I already messed that up.
Man, it's already over with. Shit, bitch, asshole, Scooby Bebop, all of that. What you gotta say? Get it off your chest. Stuff.
Okay, good. But my issue with it bothers me because I feel like they get so stuck in there knowing their history instead of them moving on from it. I'm like, bro, you're not oppressed, bro. We're not oppressed anymore. Like move forward. And I think from my family, what I see from them and what I think is going on with them is they're being affected by the algorithm, guys. It's constantly feeding them this stuff and perpetuating this victim mentality. I can't do it because I'm black. I can't do it because they're holding me back. I can't do it because of da 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 da. And it constantly feed it to them. And I know it's got to be that because my mom will send me videos about race. I mean, back to back, back to back, back to back. And I'm like, dang girl, what else you be thinking about? And it's about like history stuff. Like it's not even current events. But if I ask her about something that's going on in current events, she don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, are you living here or are you living there? And if so, I feel like it's having an effect on their minds too.
Yeah.
So a man is what he thinks. She's constantly consuming this stuff. So you are oppressed.
Yeah.
You can't move past what you see because you're constantly feeding yourself that stuff. So and I think people of Africa teach their kids this: know your history, but don't get stuck there. I think we are supposed to know our histories, but we got to move on from that.
Mm-hmm.
We for me, I think I know my history and I push through from that. I thrive off of that. I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna let them down because they don't pay for it. They don't did they made the way. They did it. They made the way. I can't say I'm oppressed. That's offensive to them. How am I oppressed? Like y'all, you see, as my mama said, you know who butter your bread. I know who butter my bread. I literally sit in this house and do nothing, even to the point where a robot come in off the back of a white man. So I could never sit here and tell you that I'm oppressed. I'm living my best life. So for me, it's the fact of knowing your history. Stop separating. We have to stop allowing them to divide us and separate us from a land or from a place using identity so much where we belong. Like this is who we are. We're an American. So
Well, as someone who is in support of FBA and Sulan, I hear what you all are saying. I support them on this level because I do believe that delineation is important. That's one thing that I do believe that. I believe that Black Americans have never really been able to fully know what their identity is because the history has been so screwed up. And because they know that the history has been so screwed up, they know that we don't know exactly who we are. They've allowed so many people to come over here who look like us to take advantage of the rights that our people fought for the things that they have created, the inventions that they have been created. It's been a bit of a destiny swap in many ways. They've been able to embed themselves in our statistics. There is no way on God's green earth that Black Americans are still 13% of the population. That is cap. That is the biggest cap. That is Megan's cap. That is President Dante's cap. That is the biggest damn cap I have ever. There's no way. Because if we're still 13% of the population, thinking about the millions of people that just flooded over here, that have been able to embed themselves and consider themselves to be Black Americans. We got the Somalians. We just saw what they did. You know, they consider themselves to be Black. People from Africa.
Not on paper.
Not
That's
on
what I was
paper.
going to say. That's all.
No. When they do their census, they say white.
They claim
Exactly.
but you know what's crazy is that like some of them say that they Black.
No.
I've seen a few of them that say why Black people ain't standing with us.
Niece. Wait a minute now.
Say they Black.
They're only saying it now. Only saying it now because they need Black people's energy. They need us to. Black people are the people of influence. I've been saying it for years. Black Americans are the people of influence, period. If we say something, that's what it is. Do any type of research about anything. Black Americans, melanated Americans started it first. Anything, rap music, hip hop, R&B, clothes, breakdancing, beatboxing, food. It starts here first. You understand? That's why I'm trying to tell you, everything couldn't come from Africa first because we start everything over here first. Make it make sense, Jesus. Okay? So what you have to understand is melanated Americans are the people of influence. They desperately need, just like the white liberals, they need Black Americans, melanated Americans, to fight for something because our energy pushes it forward. You understand? Our energy is the momentum. Point blank, period. So what the Somalians are doing now is they're saying, well, wait a minute, we're black too. No, nigga. You ain't never been black. You don't like being black. You say it all the time. They're only doing that now because they need us to side with them. Now, the next thing is this. They 100% have been writing white on their paperwork because the Democrats need more white on their census, so that they can get more seats. Come on now, niece.
There you go.
Hold on. I hear you. They've been classifying as black up until 2023. I'm on the census right now. Up until
I don't give a damn what the census tell you. I'm telling you what the Somalians. Listen. Let me tell you something, lady. Anything with the computer, we can't believe.
This is true, and this is why I was just saying, as far as the classifications, as far as the 13%, we don't really know the full numbers. But right here, when I'm looking at
big light bulb headed booger looking people have not been classified as melanated American, Black Americans, African Americans. You can kiss my grits. I'm telling you what it is, whore. Ohio or Minnesota, Minneapolis, wherever the hell they at, and ask any one of them if they speak English. God damn it. Ask them if they're black. They will tell you
Somalian.
your face.
You gotta find a Somalian
now.
here.
What you say, Shimon?
We gotta find a Somalian to come on here next time.
Find them.
It's the census right here. New population count for 62 detailed Black or African American groups.
I'm telling you, first of all, 62. Wait, what? Say that again. Because I want you to hear the insult. I want you to hear the insult. Say that again loud.
You
hear
hear
it?
62 detailed Black or African American groups.
So now, ooh, I'm about to get violent in my own house. So now the black people are just like the different genders.
Yep.
You got 62.
Right.
I'm done.
Right.
Are you done with me? Because I'm done. I got to get out of here. You mean to tell me that there's 62 different variations of nigga?
Yes.
Man, hang the phone up. I'm done with this. I did not know I was gonna get this upset this fast in this fucking thing. I ain't even been on here for 45 minutes. Send me a screenshot of that. You gotta be kidding me.
Hold on. This is from 2023. So Biden was in office when this happened. Over half of those who reported their race as Black or African American identified as African American, Jamaican, or Haitian. African American was the most reported detailed response by those who identified their race as Black or African American in the 2020 census, according to recently released data. Nigerian and Ethiopian were the most reported sub-Saharan African groups, while Jamaican and Haitian were the largest Caribbean groups. So Brooklyn Girl 22 _ Maggie says they not all participating in the census. It doesn't matter. They still classifying as us. And you shouldn't.
They only classify so they can get the benefits.
That's exactly why.
If you ask them to their face, what are they?
I know Black.
You ask them if they Black, they say, hell no, I ain't Black. I did a video.
I know Akata. I know Akata.
Somebody on here said, as a representative for white people, we believe that Somalians are Black. Well, first of all, your name is Weirdo Alert. So we're done with that. You don't represent white folk because your name is Weirdo Alert. So we don't give a damn what you think, weirdo.
But I mean, like with this alone right here, this is one of the reasons why delineation is a must. You all
no, again, no. Let me tell you why. The reason why I
Yeah,
say
I see it
no
too. I see
is
it. It
because
says only
I
about
am
less than 2% of them identify as white on the census report.
okay. Let me tell you why the
But
delineation
yes.
is not necessary. I am an American. I just so happen to be melanated, but I am an American. I don't have to delineate from being an American. That's like you calling me a cis woman. No, ma'am. I'm just
Right.
a woman. You don't have to. If you want to call yourself something else, whore, then you do it. You want to call yourself a Mexican American, a Somalian American, an Ethiopian American, a Nigerian American, a Japanese American, a Chinese American? By all means, have at it, whore. I am just an American. You understand? I just so happen to be melanated.
Well, see, what I'm saying is, as far as delineation, it wouldn't be us delineating. They should have their own slot on census. You should not
damn
be
right.
able to.
Now,
That's
if you
what
want
we
to
mean.
call them African Americans, that's fine. But
That's
I
what
need
we
my own
mean.
slot called melanated American.
That's what I mean. We should just be considered, in my opinion, Americans. Just call me American, okay? I just happen to be black. But if you come over here from another country and you know that you're not a black American, you should not be considered to be a black American. You should be a Nigerian American or Haitian American. You should have your own slot and you should be able to classify so that way you get benefits for your own people.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's right.
That's what I'm saying. So, with that being said, were you aware that Ghana's president is actually rallying for African leaders to push for slavery reparations?
Who gonna get the money?
They trying to get reparations for their people over there on behalf of us.
Say it again, because I just got confused and I'm getting angry.
I'm about to show you. Don't even worry about it. I got you, Auntie. I got you.
Because I think what I heard you say is okay. Just let's start over because I'm upset now.
I'm about to show you.
Okay, let's see what's happening.
This is what I mean. This is Black history that we need to know about. They are trying to get reparations for slavery.
Okay, but who's going to get the money?
Where are they getting it from?
They at the UN. They've been doing this, and Obama and Biden tried to help them get reparations.
Where are they getting the funds from? Who's going to fund this?
They want to get it from.
They want to get it from United Nations.
They want to get it from the United Nations.
Who is the money going to?
It's going to African nations in the diaspora.
Okay, so I'm gonna let somebody else talk because I
hold on. Let me ask you a question, though, Pretty.
Go ahead, President.
But didn't Ghana apologize to us for slavery? So they don't want to get reparations for it?
Ghana's President John Mahama had held talks with global delegations seeking reparations for transatlantic slavery and colonization, colonialism, who urged him to rally other African leaders to choose courage over comfort. They want reparations for Africa, the Caribbean, Europe, Latin America, and the United States. Did y'all know this? Was you aware of this, Shimon?
So my question is, but who's going to pay for this? Because a lot of us been half breeds too. So who's gonna pay? Like who's alive that's fully white or fully black to pay for this too? How is this happening? I always wondered this. How does this happen? How will the paying? Who gets what and who pays what?
The whole conversation, we had this conversation when I had the ladies up here about the conversation when it comes to reparations and whatnot. Me personally, I'm not team reparations. I'm team restitution. I just don't know. It's too many people wrapped up in the black cloud in order for reparations. That it's not gonna happen. We aware of that. It's not gonna happen. But because we have so many people from other countries that have been able to come over here and classify as black, that would allow them to get reparations if it was to ever happen. You understand what I'm saying? That's another reason why it's important for the identity of Black Americans to be for Black Americans and not everybody else to just come and say, oh, well, we a part of them now, but we gonna still classify as our own people and wave our own flag. Auntie, you look pissed.
I'm too angry to speak. I'm too angry.
Oh. After all that money is
because
spent.
because you sitting so far outside your mind.
Hey, Sean Walker, after all he says, after all the money is all spent, then what? Will you keep your mouth closed? Get your whack ass out my life. I don't understand the whole point of people who troll. Do y'all fill out an application for the shit?
Well, it's usually small dick people, and they don't have anything else to do. You know what I mean? Because these dick extensions are expensive.
Okay? Popcorn Pajamas Girl Talk
says
says
what it is.
Popcorn Pajamas. What's up, Popcorn? A girl. She said if it's paid, it's going to be from the back of hardworking taxpayers who had nothing to do with slavery. That's a good point.
That's what I was trying to get.
But hold on. Did you all have a problem with paying the reparations to the Native Americans a couple of years ago?
No.
But they get paid from the reparations from Native Americans. Don't they get a check like every month
they don't.
From like Seminole Heart Rock?
No. Obama we pay Native Americans annually. We pay Israel annually. We give them $38 billion every single year, annually.
Niece.
Yes.
Niece. How much money are we total now for the Somalians and the grift?
Let's find out.
And President Dante, get your calculator out, because we're going to do some math.
Let's see.
Because I'm so angry.
We're at it says the massive pandemic era fraud scheme resulted in at least 250 million to over 1 billion in stolen funds intended for child nutrition, with broader ongoing investigations into state welfare programs with potential losses exceeding $9 billion.
Okay, so that's $9 billion. But what about the transportation? And because I thought it was up to about 18 to 20 billion dollars.
Me too.
That's what I thought too.
Me too.
Maybe we should ask for a culmination. You look it up too, Shimon. Shimona.
16. No, they just uncovering. See, yeah, it's different amounts. Like it says 16 million in the transportation. So that's an addition. That must be in addition to what I just said.
Okay, so let's round up to $10 billion. Okay? $10 billion. How many Black Americans? I know we're not going to be able to really find that out right now. But how many Black people in Chicago, just the city?
There are approximately 757,000 to 769,000 Black Americans.
You said 750,000?
757,000 to 769.
Okay, we're gonna drop that down. We're gonna drop. They said African Americans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we don't trust that, right? So 750. Let's drop it down to 500,000, just so we can get some round numbers.
Yeah.
I need to know how much you can put in ChatGPT or a calculator, or if you're smart enough, do it in your mind. How much money can each individual get out of $10 billion?
500,000 people.
Yeah.
How much money can each individual get out of 10 billion?
$20,000 per person.
Good day. Good day.
Is that annually?
Good fucking day, ho. $20,000. And if you have a family of 4, how much money is that?
Shit.
$80,000. If you have a family of 5, you, your husband, or your wife, whatever, you understand what I'm saying? You, your mate, two kids and a dog. That's $100,000. Let somebody walk up to you right now, give you $100,000, and tell me how your life will change forever. Your life, your children's lives. You can go buy you a goldfish and change the goldfish life, whore. You can kiss my ass. Do not tell me that you don't have the money. God damn it, you have the money. But you've decided that you wanted to launder it through these light bulb head people instead of paying back the money for the land, 40 acres and a mule. I don't care how you want to figure it out. You can figure it out. Personally, I want the 40 acres and a mule, because if I get 40 acres and a mule over there by the river, it's worth more than $20,000. So I'll take the 40 acres and a mule, and I do want my mule, ho. I want the actual donkey. I want the mule. Do you understand what I'm telling you? So you can sit up here and play these games all you want to. We don't have the money. You better go find the money. You print the money. You cryptocurrency the money. I don't give a damn how you do it. You make up money all the time, just like you make up credit. Kiss my melanated ass. You understand? You can get that money from the UN. You can get that money from the Africans. You can get that money from the Federal Reserve, that big ass building. I don't care. I don't care if you get it from some lady named Samantha who works at the bank and let her just put some numbers in. I don't care how you do it.
Casino.
But the bottom line is you can do it, because you just did it for these Somalian ignorant, non-IQ having a-holes. And let me just say this before you go to the next thing. The only reason why they picked the Somalians and not regular black people is because black people talk too much. 2 weeks in the game, it would have been some dude outside with a BMW with rolling spinners. We don't even use those anymore. But he would have gotten them, because he never was able to get them back in the day. So he would have got some spinners on and rolled them suckers up to the bodega. And they would have said, "Hey, man, where you get this money from? Because you ain't, what are you talking about?" And he'd be like, "Hey, man, well, you know, I got a little suck good up. I got a little suck good up." And they're like, "Well, what you got going on, bro?" "Well, you know, me and my baby, we got the government thing. We got a daycare." And they would have said, "How you get a daycare, nigga? Don't you have pedo things on your... you ain't supposed to be around children." "Yeah, nah, we ain't got no real kids up in there." They would have told black people talk too much. Which is why they chose the Somalians. Somalians is quiet. They don't say nothing. They are a tight-knit group. If they all decide we ain't talking, then none of them talk. Black people, this one talking, that one talking, Jamal Bryant talking, Eddie Long, he dead, but he's probably still talking. They're all talking. So when the black people are mad, "Well, why they didn't choose us?" "Because you got a big ass mouth. That's why they didn't choose you, because you have your mouth too big."
Y'all great. Let's go. Let me go to these comments real quick. Oh, and thank you everybody for tuning in, man. Make sure you all follow my lovely guests, my lovely family here. Let me look in the comments, see what we got going on. Popcorn said, "Who's going to get it and how you going to determine who gets it?" It would be based on lineage and whether or not your family was a part of pretty much they were enslaved. I'm not going to call them slaves. Whether or not they were enslaved. Whether or not they had money in the Freedmen's Bank and they were robbed, which is something that we're going to talk about when it comes to the Freedmen's Bank, because I know I probably got some, I know I got some liberals out there, and I don't think you guys know what your girl did with the Freedmen's Bureau. I don't think you all are aware. I don't. But it's based on lineage, Popcorn. And yeah, whether or not your family was involved in that. and if they suffered losses because of the Freedmen's Bureau, and if they were also a part of being promised land, the 40 acres and a mule, if they suffer when it comes to the what is it, the what act is that, where they was the Homestead Act, which also affected our ancestors very badly. That actually allowed a lot of those South Africans to come over here and take part in getting land. Y'all probably didn't hear us when we first got in here. I don't know if you all noticed, but those Africans that came over here the first time, they wasn't Black Africans. They was actually white Africans. So yeah, that's how they was able to get that land. Let me see. They find the money when it's time to pay Izzy. Yeah, they do. $38 billion every year. For what? Do you know that this big-eared bastard tried to go to the president and ask for more money for longer time?
Did she say big-eared bastard?
They do have some
Big-eared bastard. I can't
huge
stand him.
ears.
I hate that he a Libra. I know his every damn move just because he is a Libra. You sneaky, evil bastard. I can't stand him. Oh, Foo in the building. What's going on? Foo, you made it, bro.
What up?
Welcome to the family function.
I done heard every word. I want to first say, Simone, welcome to the family. You know, we follow you on TikTok. And Megan, I've been following you forever. And I put in the comments, you was not allowed to get off of this live until you said ho. I was waiting for you to say ho. And I was in the car dying when you said that shit. I've been waiting the whole fucking time.
Thank you so much. I sure do appreciate that. Isn't that wonderful? And well, it slips out every now and then when I get upset, you know, because these people upset me. See,
it's about to get upset, and this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have this panel, because you know people be having their little Black History panels, and everybody want to say, yes, I want to give a shot to Martin Luther King. You know, I have a dream speech. Nah, man, we celebrating different people. Okay,
we just debunked that.
Let me tell you something. I just found out damn it, the day before yesterday, that a Black man is the reason why we not shitting in a hole in the floor. Yep. So whenever you want to get done, okay, we need to talk about these things. Did you know that? Did you know a Black man invented the toilet paper? Toilet roll?
But you already know, based on the way things go. And when you start talking about melanated people in America, we invented everything, but the white man created the motherfucking patent. That's the whole thing about it.
This is true. This is damn
true. The patent was the key. And to me, when you make that statement, that's the reason why the ownership aspect of things fucked up in this country, because we didn't get the patents. There's certain people that did. I respect the the dude who got the patent for that Super Soaker shit. He paid. Yeah. He good. But how many, think about, go back in history of all the stuff you can name that was invented in America. How many of those families that created it are getting something? They ain't getting shit.
Yeah, because I'm wondering if the lady who created 3D imaging is paid. It was a Black lady who created 3D imaging in the 1980s. I did not know this shit.
Man.
Go ahead.
I only learned it because my science teacher was a Black lady, and she made sure to tell us this lady was a Black lady.
What's going on, Auntie?
I just wanted to answer. Somebody in the comments here said, Megan, are you saying everyone melanated should get it? I'm assuming they're talking about reparations or whatever.
Yeah.
No, because I already told you that I'm talking about melanated Americans. Somalians are melanated, Africans are melanated, Japanese people are melanated, and as far as people of color carrying on, everybody melanated except a white man. Even white women took more advantage of the DEI than anybody else on the planet, whore. That's for you, food. So no, this is not about melanation as much as it is about origin and lineage. I don't know how many times I have to say that to you. I'll say it again. This is about origin and lineage. Now, let me propose this to you, our great hostess, Shannon, and the rest of the people on the panel here. If we were to make ourselves a select group, then we would be able to really teach our children what it is that we are, who we are, where we came from, et cetera, et cetera. But see, this whole lump everybody together type of thing causes a problem.
Mhm.
Because what you understand is that everybody is not like us. They're not like us. You see what I'm saying? So if everybody is not like us, the more you put into the pot, you dilute it.
Yes.
You dilute it.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer that there needs to be an extreme separation within blacks,
Yeah.
because I don't believe that there's power in numbers. I believe that there's power, right? Because you have one CEO who is the CEO of a company of Walmart who has 500,000 employees. The 500,000 employees can't tell him what to do. There's one CEO. This whole business about, oh, we need everybody. We do not need everybody. We don't need everybody, which causes a problem, which goes to this person's question on your chat. Well, do you think everybody melanated should get it? No, I think that a select group, and it's actually much, much smaller than you think it is. It's actually a much smaller group than you think of it. If you really get into the shedding the fruit from the tares, the wheat from the tares, is that what it is in the Bible? If you do that, you will actually find it's really not that many with an origin and a lineage.
Yeah.
And I believe that a lot of people are fighting because they know that. So right now, everybody who's a people of color can get in and get a piece of the pie. But if we start pulling back and saying, no, you're not one of us. You're not a Jew. You don't get this. You're not a Japanese American. You don't get this. You're not a Chinese American. Black people are the only one that live their life in noodle. Mexicans are Mexicans. Puerto Ricans are Puerto Ricans. Colombians are Colombians. Peruvians are Peruvians. You go to salsa, I love to dance. I go to a salsa club. They don't say, hey, wepa, all the Latinos. No, they say, wepa, Puerto Rico. Yay! Colombia. Yay! Cuba. Yay! They specify within their own groups.
Yeah.
Black people are the only idiots. Oh my God, today. They are the only dumb asses that want to combine everybody inside your group. Everybody is not an American. Everybody is not a melanated American. If we just decided and say, you know what? You're not a melanated American, become an elite class, we could solve a lot of our problems. That's all I'm.
How you feel about it, President? What you got to say?
I hold on, I'm muted. Okay, no. The thing is, when it come down to this whole reparations thing, it would be a great thing, but I'm at this point now, like it probably is never going to happen. Certain people are going to make sure it doesn't happen. I think that actually, in my opinion, I'm probably gonna be far out when I say this. I think that those people over in that particular place, I think they hijacked us and they've got what we deserve and what we should have, honestly, because they use us and our talents, our music, our artistry. They use all that stuff and they benefit from it. And they own banks and everything else, and then we sit up here having to beg for crumbs. So for us really thinking that we're going to get reparations or restitution, I think they have commingled so many things, don't let so many people come in this country. They have did so many things for that very reason, so we won't be paid. They're made up in their mind because they want to pay us, they would have. They're not going to pay us. And
they wouldn't have paid it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They never had any intentions of paying us. That's why I'm not hearing them saying they're doing a study of it and they studying reparations. You know, people, like when it's time for me to pay my light bill or my mortgage, they'll have to study me paying that. They know I owe them, so I have to pay them. I don't have to
Right.
study my mortgage and see if I need to pay it. No, I owe you and I'm gonna pay you. And I think when
Right.
it comes down to people that need to be paid, and I really feel like I wish that our ancestors they really got they do because right now, because they actually went through it, and I wish that they could have done that so they could have had generational wealth. But one thing I will say to black folk that I figured out some, and I have some friends that are small hats, people that I know are small hats, what they do a lot of times with their elderly, and we don't like this in the black community, don't want nobody to have no insurance on them. But they go to grandma when grandma's sick and grandpa's sick. Everybody take out a policy on grandma and grandpa. And when grandpa kicked the bucket, they all cash in. And guess what? They got money to start generational wealth. That's tax-free money. But everybody, I don't want nobody spending my money. Well, you're not here. It don't matter anyway. So if we want to have generational wealth, we got to be more strategic and have come up with different ways of getting that money because they're not giving it to us. It's not
I'm
happening.
glad you brought that up because that's what I was about to tap in. I really want to make sure that we talk about wealth because it's important. Generational wealth. And I really wanted to talk about this Freedmen's Bank because I think a lot of people are not aware of what the Freedmen's Bank is. I had the pleasure of actually discovering that my family had money in the Freedmen's Bank. I found the damn receipts. I was like, yo, whoa. And for everybody in the comments, if you wanted to find out whether or not your family did have money in the Freedmen's Bureau, you may have to pay for it, but I actually paid for the $39 membership when it comes to ancestry.com. Now they ain't worth too dead flash smash, but they at least get you started when it comes to you finding your lineage. I was able to find a lot of information on ancestry.com, which led me on the path of me discovering a lot about my lineage because I see Popcorn asked about it. You can find out what your lineage is. I found out that Jim Brown is one of my ancestors. Just like my auntie Megan, I have Irish and Scottish in my blood. The only ancestors that I had that came over here on a boat were actually from England, Scotland, and Ireland. So I highly recommend if you are interested in tracing your family tree to check out ancestry.com. If you look in there, you'll be able to locate the book that shows the receipts of your ancestors and how much money that they actually had in the Freedmen's Bank. Now, what is the Freedmen's Bank? A lot of people ask. Now, the Freedmen's Bank, after the Civil War, the Freedmen's Bank was created to help formerly enslaved people. Shout out to the late Abraham Lincoln, who developed this for us. It was for formerly enslaved people to build savings and generational wealth, but it collapsed and lost everything. In under a decade, it collapsed. So how do you all think that event impacted long-term wealth in Black American families? I'm gonna start with you, Shimon.
I'm very big on generational wealth. My husband is an investment advisor, so that's a huge thing of us. In fact, like we just received my father-in-law just passed away in December, and we just received all of his wealth, which is generational wealth for me, the kids, and my husband. So that's a big thing to me. It I think it would have been it would have been a big deal for Black Americans, especially given the time. I feel like now you hand it to Black Americans and we just finna fumble the bag. I feel like back then they were a little bit more a little bit more wise and probably would have held on to it, and it would have been a great thing for us, and it would have changed the narrative even in how we handle money, even in how Black Americans handle money today. I think that would have changed the narrative. And yeah, I think it's something that's worth looking into. I just looked it up and I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into this and see if I have any people associated with this. So it definitely would have changed the narrative of how we are today and how we handle money today. I think that handing down money so that a person doesn't have to start from scratch actually helps a person be wise with money. Like if you're not struggling for it, it helps you, it helps you with your relationship with money. I think that struggling being born into poverty plays a lot in people's relationship with money. I don't think
Yeah.
it's a good thing for most Black Americans. Well, at least it wasn't a good thing for me because, honey, all I knew was to get the bag and blow it. I mean, I've changed now, but I'm like, I've never had it before. I just got to blow it on everything that I've ever wanted right now. So I think that handing generational wealth down is extremely important, man. Like it's life changing. It's a head start versus struggling, trying to get through life whenever you're trying to better yourself. Like you going to school, most of us probably already did this. Going to school and you trying to go to work at the same time is a whole different level of struggle. So yeah, I hope that that would be something that we can resolve and we could possibly figure out if we're going to get funds for that if you have any family that were associated with it.
I don't think nothing happened because if it was gonna happen, they would have gave it to us. They lost nearly $3 million in total savings. We just said that they gave Somalians $1 billion. So they could have really been and paid it off. They made up all kinds of excuses and saying that they couldn't find the receipts. And, you know, these are people who was newly freed, who was working their asses off and putting this money up. These were people who were barbers, doctors, farmers, even kids was putting 1 cent in every time that they went to the bank to put it up. Unfortunately, yeah, it would be worth over $80 million today. $80 million. But, you know, Somalians stole billions and they still able to just walk around free. What you say, fool?
It's when Megan was saying what she was saying, and you heard me say this plenty of times, you and Dante. I hate when motherfuckers say people of color and color because they always tend to want to lump people in, and that's not what this is. Can y'all hear me, or do I got bars? Can y'all hear me?
You got bars, but you black.
I can't hear you. Man, it's like they never want me to speak. I'll be back. I mean, let me go out and come back. Jesus Christ, yo.
They be abusing my brother. Go ahead, Auntie Megan. They be abusing.
Let me say this real quick. I don't know if this person is still on here. Popcorn and pajamas.
Yeah.
Popcorn and pajamas. Honey, don't be offended, okay? We just talking. If you said something in the comments and then I responded to the comment, I'm responding to the comment without hearing your voice. I can hear your tone of voice. I don't know if you're just asking me a question or if in fact you're trying to insert something, because people are on here making crazy comments all the time.
Yeah.
So we can't always know what your intent is from the comment, right? So please, for God's sake, do not be swayed or dissuade away from Realist Lounge, from this podcast. I won't be on here all the time, so you don't have to worry about that. If you don't want to look at my stuff, that's okay. But I don't mean any harm. I am just very, very direct. So if you ask me a direct question, I'm going to answer it directly. You understand? Okay? But we're not trying to cause any problems.
Yeah, Popcorn. You be direct as hell in them videos. Go ahead, man. You know it ain't. It's all love.
Yeah,
I
don't even know who this popcorn person is, but whatever.
I was just texting her back and forth.
That's our people over there off TikTok, man. Popcorn, she ain't mean no harm. She just direct. Like we old school.
And that's why I explained to her. I'm just explaining to her.
It's no beef at all, man. Like we just direct. We don't sugarcoat shit. And Popcorn pajamas, you don't sugarcoat anything either. So please don't take offense. We don't want you to leave. Stick around, man. This a dinner. We having a dinner, man. With no food. Bang away in this motherfucker. But yeah, I guess food. Is food you back?
Here you come.
Yeah, I'm back, but the question is how long they gonna let me stay in? That's the issue.
What you do, look, man? What did you do? Did you do something to StreamYard that you ain't tell me?
I ain't did nothing. And all but like at any given moment, you'll start talking. I can't hear you.
Okay, well, wait a minute. Well, fool, wait a minute now. You gotta raise your vibrations because nobody has control over you, power over you. This StreamYard can't control you. The only reason why the StreamYard keeps stopping and this and the other is because you need to prove how right you are. So that's why they keep shutting you down. Stop that. See, because what you're doing is you're the energy that you're putting out is you're saying, I am powerful, I'm important. What I'm saying, they don't want to get out because I'm very powerful and very important. They don't want it to get out. So you're actually bringing up the wall. You're allowing the wall because you need the wall to validate how good you are.
Let me tell you something, Auntie. I need you to, as my alarm, to get my ass up and go to the gym. Wake up, ho! I need that shit in the morning.
I need to. Just out of curiosity, Megan, you're in Chicago, right?
No, I'm in Florida right now.
Oh, you moved to Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Florida right now.
Oh, you said fuck Chicago. Okay. I
No. Oh no. Wait a minute.
Chicago.
Now. I did not say fuck Chicago. That's my favorite city in this country. I never said fuck Chicago. I just moved for a little while. I'm on my way back though.
The reason why I asked is because I wanted to know if you had any communication with Christian Maxwell yet?
No, who's that?
Christian Maxwell is she's a TikTok family member from us. She's running for Congress against Jesse Jackson's son in Chicago in District 1.
Oh, well, that should be a very easy. Wait a minute. I think I follow her. She got a natural?
Christian yes.
It's a blowout,
Yes.
I know exactly.
She's Christian Maxwell and the Mod Pun on TikTok, but I was telling her to link up with you because I know you had strong Chicago connections.
Yeah, I know exactly. Yeah. I tell you, she got a natural.
That's her.
Yeah. Okay, let me see if she messages me. No, I messaged her.
I've been trying to get her on here. I wanted to get her on here this time. She been this dude right here. This Marcus Lewis. Her. This Marcus
Lewis. That's the dude that's trying to sue her, right?
Yeah, yep. He been giving her hell. He ain't nothing but he a bootleg Democrat though. Like
a Democrat, yep.
But he running.
That's what's been going on. Yep, that's a lot that's been going on.
It's a lot of that going on. So when y'all
what
be
are they
talking
called?
about
They're called rhinos, right? Are they called rhinos?
No, they call rhinos, and they just call people that just want to just infiltrate the party.
Wait,
that's pretty much what happened.
He's running Republican or Democrat?
He's running Republican.
He's running Republican.
Oh no! He's an op. He's an op,
and he been bullying her. He has been bullying her.
Well, see again. Now let me. I'm going to keep bringing it back to the same thing over and over again because that's the point that I want to make. The point that I want to make is if you are of a select class, you would not be allowed to bully.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Because we got her in this district, we got another person in this district, we got another person running for mayor, another person running for governor, another person doing this, and we dare you, we double dog dare you to mess with one of ours. But see, right now, she and him are in the same group. And they should not be. You see, there's a problem, see? Because the mindset of Black people is, well, this is family business where you don't do that to family, where you this, where you that, always some secrets with the family. But as soon as you are an outcast, we telling all your secrets, ho, and we gonna share it wide and big and spread it wide and long. We gonna tell everything, and you might get shot.
What's going on?
I get shot.
So I gotta. This is a good point right here. What's up? What's going on, Ray Fisher? So what is that? TKDJ 5539 said this is because the baby boomers have literally been programmed to think the Democratic way, and they think that any melanated person, Gen X and younger, will never know and don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I agree in some sense because my mama is a boomer. She's on the boomer Gen X line. And we're not going to say that they all a monolith because you know what I'm saying, I got some buddies that are also boomers, that are also Gen X, that actually know what the hell is going on. We got silent generations that's still alive, that still know what's going on. So we're not going to even put all of them together based on a generation, because we got some dumbass people in the millennials. Okay, it's some dumbass people in Gen X's. It's some, yeah, it's not a monolith. I think that a lot of our parents, they were only told to vote a specific type of way because of the civil rights that happened in the 60s, because of what they may have been able to achieve with Democrats being in position. A lot of us come from single parent households, so our moms was able to get the WIC, get the government cheese, get them paper food stamps, be able to get on Section 8. And some of us, the difference now is that back then our parents didn't stay there. You know what I mean? Like, my mom was in a program to where she went to school, she kept a job, she still got food stamps, but she didn't stay there. And also a lot of single women from back then were able to become wives somewhere down the line. Men were actually marrying baby mamas back then. Totally different situation that's going on right now. We got too many women and too many people that's cool with staying on the government assistance. That's cool with just getting food stamps and getting what you call it, child support from their baby daddies. And if they don't pay child support, thanks to Clinton, they're gonna throw your ass in jail, take your driver's license, which I don't understand what the point of that is, because if you take his driver's license, how he gonna get to work? How he gonna get a job? So I think that a lot of our sisters, a lot of our you know, a lot of women nowadays don't understand that even with these government assistance programs, there's still a price that's being paid that's not actually helping the situation. It's really making it worse. And what's crazy, if you think about it, like, child support was created by Gerald Ford. A Republican created child support.
Yep.
And it took for Clinton's ass to come into play and just be like, oh, okay. And with the help of Black women, well, you know, if we got the child support, but we want to make sure that they suffer if they don't pay child support. So, okay, if you don't pay child support, we're gonna put on arrears, meaning that you got to pay for every time that you didn't pay years after. We're gonna take a driver's license and we're gonna throw you in jail for 30 days. So it's like, it don't make no sense at all. That's the problem that we're facing right now when it comes to a lot of boomers, is not really passing down the knowledge that it's okay to change your mind, because it ain't really working out for people that's around us. Definitely not. He's a fake Republican. All right, so back to this shit when it comes to this Freedmen's Bureau, because I think that this is important. For those of you all who do not know, when it comes to the Freedmen's Bureau, Kamala Harris thought that it was a good idea to have this conversation with the United States Treasury. She actually met with them, I want to say in 2020. I believe it was 2020. Do you all know that she gave everybody money but Black people?
I'm not shocked.
What the lady said out of her mouth, well, I'm not going to do something specifically for Black people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not shocked.
That's what she said out of her own mouth.
I'm about to tell y'all who she gave money to. She gave $10,000. I think she gave like $10,000 to a Black-owned business. It was a loan, by the way. But let me show y'all who she gave money to.
It's not
You
gave.
said, huh?
And she didn't gave nothing. You say she
Alone,
gave.
yeah, alone ain't no gave. Alone ain't no gift. That's a curse.
Right.
I just hope to God that there's some liberals that's watching.
She lent. She lented.
I just hope to God.
What's the interest on this loan?
Let me just show y'all. So this was October 4, 2022, actually. This Stephen Trick right here, Janet Yellen, thank you for welcoming us. Thank you for hosting, and thank you for your partnership. Now, she goes down to saying, so the Freedmen's Savings Bank was founded by the United States Congress in 1865. It was a bank unlike any other our nation had known. Freedmen's Bank was established to serve Black Americans newly freed from slavery to help them build wealth and build a better future. At Freedmen's, to open a savings account, you just needed 5 cents, which I've calculated is about $1 a day. In the years after its founding, tens of thousands of Black families opened an account at Freedmen's. They saved up to buy farms, to build homes, to open businesses. Even school children saved their pocket money to deposit it into this institution. They said after 9 years after the bank first opened its doors, because of an economic downturn, no, because they were stealing, let's just call it what it is, because they were stealing and giving loans to people like the Peabody family and everybody else that wanted a piece of the pie. They were stealing, and they organized assault on projects of reconstruction. It was closed down, and over 60,000 people lost the Freedmen's Bank. They decided to include everybody in the new Freedmen's Bureau. This time, they included Native Americans and every other minority to have a piece of this money that they wanted to give to minority people. So
That inclusion.
that's that inclusion that we're talking about. What's that? What is that noise?
It's probably food. Oh, push mute on your thing. Mute him, niece.
Okay. So it says today, Black entrepreneurs are 3 times more likely to report they did not apply for a loan for fear of being turned away by a bank. Often, incidentally, whatever the hell that is, because they heard about the experience from friends and family. Today, Black and Latinos, see, they got to include everybody else. Today, Black and Latino homeowners are rejected.
Bullshit.
By traditional financial institutions at a higher rate when applying for home and loans. We talking about the Freedmen's Bank. You just mentioned Black Americans. So where did Latinos come from? Do y'all see in the comments what's going on?
I'm from California, born and raised, and I can tell you right now, ain't a Mexican in California that can get a loan. I don't care if he doesn't speak English. I don't care if he don't have an identification. I don't give a damn if he just literally got over the border today. He can get a loan mañana.
With no
I
problem.
posted about that over a year ago.
With no problem.
You can kiss my grits.
But watch how much more she just passed. It's like a burger. It's like they add in just all of the meat, the cheese, the buns, and everything. So we got the Black and Latino homeowners. Today, many immigrant business owners, including some Asian American business owners, face language barriers that limit their ability to access capital and banking services. Could that be possibly why we don't have no problem with just letting people be in our country that don't speak our language anymore?
Can I say this real fast? It's very important because you said a lot of things that are really, really important. Let me just put this in your ear hole real quick. Let's just say that melanated Americans are very special. And that the energy that we have within is worth the same amount, if not more, than adrenochrome. Okay?
Well,
wait a minute now. Wait a minute now.
Go ahead, Auntie.
And let's just say that the same thing that happens with the children at their height of fear and this and that and the other, this is all speculative. But when they're at their greatest height of fear and this and the other, then they drain the blood and this and the other because then the sales and whatever is real, real high and whatever. Now, what about if that was the same thing when you're incarcerated? What if that's the same thing for melanated Americans, the originals, the aboriginals, the ones that were here first, that are closest to the ground? What if they know something that we don't know? And that when they lock you up, when your stress level is real high, what if there is some type of a dome or something that is sucking the energy from you? When you are listening to rap music, when you are doing all these different things that are lowering your vibration, which is completely dissolving you of any of your protective shield. What if they know this and you don't know it? What if they know that when they get you inside of these churches and you have people like Jamal Bryant getting you all riled up? What if there's some type of grid that is built into the ceiling of the church that is sucking in your spiritual energy and you don't know how much and how valuable you are? What if? What if they're keeping your ass down because the lower you are, the more valuable your energy? I'm telling you again and again and again, we need to separate. We need to separate. Because everybody who's black is not an original American. And everybody who's African American is not a melanated American. And God damn it, I'm telling you, this is the secret. Because as soon if you tell these children, you get, come on, let's do research. You know, I'm PhD. Come on, let's do it. If you do an empirical study, we did it with the Barbie dolls, the black Barbie doll and the white Barbie doll. If you do an empirical study and you get a group of melanated black children, I don't give a damn if they got single mamas or daddies in the house. It doesn't fucking matter. If you get a group, 5 black girls, 5 black boys, and you tell them from the very beginning that they could begin to understand, you are a melanated American, and you are special. You actually are the original of this land, and you have a certain type of connection to the divine that no one else has. And because of that, you must be very careful with how you move around and shake, because you're very, very valuable. You must continue to meditate. You must continue to learn, blah, 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 whatever. Then you got another group and you say, oh, well, you were all slaves. The white man came and stole you from the Africans, and they brought guns, and nobody knew about the guns because they was chucking spears and shit. And so nobody knew anything. So they took you from these dumbass people in Africa, and then they brought you on a boat where you were lined up on top of each other, boo-booing and feces and urinating in each other's mouths and shit and periods and shit like that. And then they brought you over here, and then they put you on a chopping block. They call it a picnic called Pick a Nigga. And then they put you on a chopping block, and then some white man coming over, and he's fully dressed in clothes. Where the fuck he get his clothes from? But whatever. We over here in loincloths. So they say, oh, well, I want that nigger there. How much is he's gonna cost? Well, that'd be 5 cents, sir. That'd be 5 cents. And then they sold you for 5 cents. And then they beat the shit out of you. Some of you, they cut your penises off and put your balls in your mouth and all sorts of shit, hung you by some trees, this and the other. And then they was raping your wives, and there was nothing you could do. However, you were the strongest. You were the biggest, because they picked the strongest and the biggest out of all of them. But you were too weak to fight this pussy ass white man who's probably a faggot. Oh, but you couldn't do nothing then. You can't do shit. So then you got to raise these kids that the white man is better than them, and he's this, and he's that, and he's this, and oh, lowly you. It don't matter how much you work out. It don't matter how smart you are. It don't matter. You still worth 5 cents. I promise you that other group is going to grow up, and they are going to 110% be, they are going to be leaders. They're going to completely take over. Period. Because it's all about what you're telling these kids. This is why they want Black History Month every February, to make sure they reinforce it. Let's reinforce it. Oh, remember you were slaves.
I told you, President.
Yep.
I told President the same thing. I'm like, if they keep telling you that constantly,
I can say faggot if I want to, because I'm a lesbian, so you can kiss my ass. Whoop-de-doo. Oh.
It's the truth, like because words are spells. They are spells, and if you're not careful with them, you're gonna end up putting a spell on yourself. Just like what somebody actually pointed out. It was a video I seen actually on Instagram. She said that to say Happy Black History Month is actually keeping us in a spell because
100%.
everybody else is celebrating their heritage.
100%.
Everybody else is celebrating their heritage. Irish Heritage Month, Hispanic Heritage Month, Native American Heritage Month, Jewish Heritage Month. Black people just got Black History Month, which actually was originally Negro History Week. It wasn't even Black History by the original creator. It was Negro history.
No one else on this planet has a history that is reinforced every 11 months that puts them back down lower and lower and lower. No one on this planet.
Yes.
Wow.
No one on this
I
planet.
agree.
Indians do not have a month where they talk about the blankets that were given with the smallpox and the whatever. They don't do that every year. No one does
Like,
it.
damn, how many times do you have to remind us of our trauma? Like, can you tell us something positive that
And then
happened?
what's so this, and then you know, if you think about that, y'all, what's so crazy is that they make us celebrate the trauma that they went through every year in November.
Rosa Parks, the face of it. Like, huh? You want me to tell you about this woman that got? Can we talk about Ben Carson, please? Like, can we please tell the kids about Ben Carson so that
Well, you
we
can't
can
talk about
inflate
Ben
that?
Carson because Ben Carson is a Republican.
Yeah.
See
Right.
what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everything that's good is bad,
Yes.
and everything that's bad is a reason. It's an excuse.
Wow.
Every 11 months, we got to come right back. That's like me telling you, oh, you married to your husband, you got a new man, oh, he's wonderful. And every 11 months on your anniversary from that other nigga that you was with, I bring it up. Oh, well, you know, he used to beat your ass, so don't get too proud. Oh, you with your new husband? Oh, you got some new kids? Oh, did his daddy just died and left you a whole bunch of money? Well, don't forget that you used to be with a little nook and them. And he was running your ass down there by that bodega and beating the shit out of you on the block. So don't get too proud, ho. Oh, Presidente Dante. Oh, you done got you a new hoe? Oh, well, let's not forget about that raggedy bucket mouth hole, that buck tooth wide back hole that you was with, and you was begging her to stay with you. And then she told you wasn't shit, you were never gonna be shit. And then she told she had a kid and said it was your kid, and you paid child support for that little son of a bitch for 5 years and it wasn't yours. Don't get too proud now, nigga. That's what they do every February.
Every February.
Here you come up with bringing up some old shit. That's like you telling me about something my mama did before I was even born. Oh, well, Megan, I know you speak eloquently and this and that and the other, but you know, your great-great-grandmother was a hooker. What the so what? And by the way, she wasn't. But if she was, I'm sure she was good at it.
That's why I had made that video and I said, look, I'm gonna need for Ryan Coogler, whatever his damn name is. We don't want no more. Look, you the top Black director right now. Can we please not get no more? We don't want no more movies on slavery. I am slaved out. Can we? Let me tell you something. God bless. I miss people like John Singleton, F. Gary Gray, the Hughes brothers. Because John Singleton, do you know? Remember the time with Michael Jackson? That was the only visual that we seen of ancient Kemet. The only time that we seen melanated people in Egypt. That was the last time. They never showed that shit again. And it was John Singleton literally directed it. It had Iman in it. It had Eddie Murphy. It had Michael Jackson, of course. Magic Johnson was in it. It was just one of the last times that we seen anything like it. But let me finish. Let me go ahead and wrap this email because I really want y'all to see this woman that y'all was going to vote into office and how she played y'all.
In your face.
In your face.
In your face.
Her, Cory Booker, Maxine Waters, the entire Biden administration played y'all with y'all own history.
Every time.
You sat there and you gave the whole history on the Freedmen's Bureau only for you to include everybody else and give
Everybody
black people the least. Yeah, they gave black people the least. Let me tell you what these motherfuckers did. It took the United States Senator to team up. This is what they say with leader Chuck Schumer. So Chucky Boy was involved as well. Senator Mark Warren, Senator Cory Booker, and Chairwoman Maxine Waters, who invested $12 billion in community lenders, which of course are financial institutions that predominantly do business in overlooked, underserved communities.
Wait a minute. Wait. Niece.
Yes.
12 billion. And what did we do before? It was 10 billion, right?
10 billion for what?
It was 10. We did the numbers. It was 10 billion, and every melanated person in Chicago, 500,000 would get 20,000 each.
$20,000 each.
Okay. Now you just said it 12 billion.
12 billion and $12 billion.
$12 billion, and ain't one melanated black person got $1.
They gave them a $10,000 loan. But let me tell you what they gave them.
That's a loan. You ain't give. No.
You ain't give them shit. Listen to this, Auntie. This about don't get pissed off, but just hear me out. They was proud.
It's a little late for that.
I was proud to. She said, I was proud to announce. You know how her voice is. I was proud to announce that because of the hard work and the work of many of lenders in this room, our administration has distributed more than $8 billion of that investment. Where's the other 12? There's 12 billion, but you only gave them 8 billion. They invested in 162 community lenders across the nation. 8 billion on the ground in communities across our nation right now. They gave Native Americans banks 10 million to help them fund an opioid addiction. 10 million.
That's a lot of powder.
That's a lot of powder. And Mississippi Hope Credit Union, they gave 10,000 to a black-owned, woman-owned coffee company to help them expand.
Stop saying gave, because that's a loan.
That's a loan.
Right? Or did they give it to her?
Look up the interest? Can we look up the interest rate of the loan that they gave them?
They ain't giving you no interest rates. That's all they say.
Hang on, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
So they gave the opioid Indian people $10 million.
Yes.
But they loaned the Negroid $10,000.
Yes.
At an interest rate, which is probably 16%.
You know, she laughed when she said it. Led, of course, by the great Bill Biden laughter. Lent 10,000 to a black-owned and woman-owned coffee company to help them expand. And that's just one example of the incredible work that they are doing.
With her cackling ass.
With her cackling ass.
I can tell you right now that they don't want me to get in politics, because the first thing I'm going to do, there's a lot of things I'm going to do first, but somewhere down the line, very, very quickly, within the first couple of 2-3 months, is I'm putting something together where there's going to be separation. Because once there's separation, then we want our own schools, we want our own teachers, we want our own hospitals, we want our own everything, because we are of a different, how can I say, cell makeup. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So we need different everything. We need different schools, just like Jewish people got different schools. We need different schools. We probably going to develop our own language. I don't know. But we are Americans, and we're melanated Americans, and that's it. We need our own stuff. That's it. That's all, period, point blank. And then when you get more specific, then you can start saying, well, this is how much money is going to go to this specific group. Yeah. Instead of saying, oh, well, all the people of color, Now, this person over here said, Megan, you want segregation. I didn't say nothing about segregation, sweetheart. What I said was, just like everybody else. Listen, do you have a Chinatown? Yes. You have a Greek place where you go get whatever the people with the flat lamb or whatever. You got that. You got Latino place. You got it. It doesn't matter. Just because I'm telling you, and see, this is what I'm trying to tell you. See, this is the problem. Just because I'm telling you that I don't like raisins in my potato salad doesn't mean that I want segregation. It means that my culture and the way in which I do things doesn't eat raisins in my potato salad. That's it. So my feelings are not hurt that you have this question, and don't let your feelings get hurt, because there needs to be an appreciation of culture.
Yeah.
Not segregation, appreciation. But what you don't understand is I don't need you to appreciate my culture. I only need to appreciate it. And once we begin to appreciate our culture and step away from these idiots, this music that is talking about killing each other and people can. I looked it up because I wanted to have some type of factual information instead of just shouting all the time. 101 people. No. I'm sorry. 101 shootings this year alone in Chicago. It is February the 9th. Is that correct? It is February the 9th, and within the city of Chicago, there has been 101 shootings that have been recorded. There have been 123 people shot. Okay. The reason why that number is a little off is because sometimes more than one person gets shot at a scene. In 2025, 416 homicides were recorded in Chicago. In 2024, 587 homicides were recorded. Now, homicide doesn't always mean shooting, but we can base on what I just said to you. 101 in 2026 alone. We're not even in the middle of the month of number 2, the second month. We must separate, and I promise you, things will change, because this community BS is community BS. Ain't no community, huh? We don't think the same. We don't act the same. I don't know anybody who would jump over a McDonald's counter.
Yeah.
I don't have one, not a niece, a nephew, even people that I know on the internet. I've never met none of you people in my life. I know you wouldn't jump over no counter in no McDonald's. Your children wouldn't jump over the bed. So it has nothing to do with generation. I'm telling you, it has something to do with lineage and origin. It's in the blood. I don't know how many times I got to say it. I've been saying it for years. It's in the blood. You don't have cousins that would jump over no daggone thing at no McDonald's.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm trying to get you people to understand. You have to have a separation within the blacks. Every single one of y'all on here, including the men, when we go in certain areas, certain places, you're clutching your purse, you're looking around. The men not clutching the purses, but you understand what I'm saying. You're looking around this and the other because you're in a certain area. You know it's true. There has to be a separation, but we have to identify what the separation is.
Yeah, it's certain. I mean, like, and I hear what you're saying, because it's certain. Like, look, I love being Black American, but it's a lot of Black people I don't want to live around. I'm just being
you can't do it. You
I
won't
don't
be living
I don't want to do it. I'm just being honest. I don't want to do it. President Dante, what you got to say? I know you've been listening.
It's kind of hard if I look behind Auntie. I mean, Auntie be just dropping the facts. I mean, it's like
you got it.
I mean, when it comes to this whole thing, like you say, far as it was a loan, I was trying to look it up to see what that loan interest rate was, because I want to know, like, if they was given a loan for $10,000, how much they have to pay back. You know, you say that she gave money to everybody else, but when it came to the Black coffee owner, she only got $10,000. minuscule. You know, it's not even a lot of money. I mean, it's a lot of money to some people, but that's not a lot of money compared to what we have seen them give money, how much money we have seen them give to people in certain causes. Like when you see the thing with Doge and they was talking about, you know, seeing if goldfish can run on the treadmill, things like that. I mean, just waste of money. And then when people really need money, you can't even get it. It's weird. The government is jacked up, man. And I think that we need real people like us that's in Congress. So I think the people we got there right now, they'll understand what it is to struggle. They'll understand what it is to be in the situations that we had to, you know, figuring out how you go pay a light bill, mortgage, or whatever, and have to shuffle things around. Most of them are silver spoon fed, so they don't get the struggle. And that's why I don't like the Jasmine Crockers and the Hakeem Jeffries and the people like that, because I even noticed when it comes to black people or melanated Americans, on the Democrat side, they only put a certain type of black person in leadership. Hakeem Jeffries, dang near white. Kamala Harris, dang near white. Obama, half white. Why they don't put no dark-skinned people in leadership? Why is always a certain color of people that have a leadership on the Democrat side? They just do that to posture themselves and say, look, black folk, we give you something, take that and shut up. I'm tired of that. And I mean, we deserve more. You know what I'm saying? I'm just tired of the whole, we got to have somebody represent us. No, we as individuals should represent ourselves, and we should be able to represent ourselves. I don't need Jasmine Crockett to speak for me. I don't need Obama to speak for me. I don't need Donald Trump to speak for me. I'm my own person, and I speak for myself. If you want to know any questions, ask me. I don't need you to run it through Jasmine or nobody to get an answer. Ask me, and I'll tell you. You know, and I think that's been the problem. They've been doing a whole lot of talking for the black community, and most of us in the black community don't even feel that way.
What you think, Fo?
Can y'all hear me?
Oh man.
Can y'all hear me?
Come back in, fool. You left, disappeared.
Wow, yo.
Oh man.
And let me tell you something else while Fu is doing what he's doing. The majority of the people that these quote unquote black people that they're letting into politics are immigrants.
Yeah. I was just about to talk about that because of when it comes to what's his name, Byron Donalds. I was somebody who really liked Byron Donalds. I was just like, oh, okay, I like him. He's sharp. I did not like what he said on the Breakfast Club. I felt like that you should have skipped that question.
Wait, what did he say?
They got to ask him about reparations. And he pretty much was just like, no, I don't think that anybody should. I don't think that they deserve reparations. If that's how you feel, that's cool. But you being an immigrant, you had no right to say that.
Oh.
Where is Byron Donalds from?
He's a first generation American. His family is, I think they Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks bad. Oh
Yeah.
man. Oh, I like him so much.
Byron Donalds.
That's unfortunate.
And you know, like that's kind of like one of the issues that I have as a conservative. Like I've been a conservative since 2020. Trump was the first person I voted for as a conservative. I didn't vote for Obama the second term, but like I liked how Trump ran 2016, 2017, 2018. I like what he was doing. And that's what made me vote for him again. Honestly, I waited in line for 2 hours before I voted because I didn't know who the hell I was going to vote for, but I knew I didn't trust Biden. And I waited in line for almost 2 hours, and I heard about the contract with Black America that Ice Cube came out with. I sat there in that line in the cold, read the entire thing, word for word. And I was just like, oh my God, it was genius. And the fact that Trump was willing to listen to him and at least have a conversation with him was like enough for me to be like, you know what? I'm going to give Trump a try. Biden kind of just brushed him off. And he actually included it in the platinum plan, which is why I don't understand to this day why Black folks didn't vote for Trump in 2020. Like, I don't understand it. Like, he was
brainwashed. I went in there like a duck. My husband was like, are you fucking serious, girl?
I think that we all were in some way because like Trump, like in the 90s, Trump bought jobs. He had the boat out here in Gary. and bought jobs to my area. You know what I'm saying? Like my family from that area, and I saw
I was
friends
so
of mine.
brainwashed back then. Y'all were way advanced because I was so brainwashed back then. Like, I was just like, I can't believe you're going there voting for Trump. Like, really? My husband was like, I cannot believe you're finna go in there and vote for Biden.
I didn't know what I hated them for. I had no idea.
Hey, just imagine,
Me either.
just imagine vote for him in
I was a rebel
2016.
without a cause, just following.
Yeah, I didn't know what I hated him for. He didn't do nothing to me. They made me. They made this. I was listening to CNN at that time because I thought Fox was just super racist. And I didn't know what to do. So I was just like, you know what, let me rat this out. But I got some of my best opportunities when Trump was in office. I'm talking about, I went from being a waitress waiting tables to working at Apple from home.
That's nice.
You know what I'm saying? Getting flued out for another job in Arizona and all expenses paid for 3 weeks. I was broke. I was homeless in 2019. And I got the job that I have right now by the grace of God. COVID, no matter how bad it was a blessing for me.
Same for me. Like I say, only reason I got a degree is because of COVID.
It was a blessing for me. Let me tell you something. That job that I got when I was in Arizona, this is how I knew, like, I was just like, I can't trust every Democrat, because the lady I moved in with, this white lady who was a Democrat from Massachusetts, voted for Biden. I mean, not voted for Biden, voted for Obama. Bitch kicked me out. Bitch kicked me out on the streets.
No, she did not.
Motherfucker was homeless in Atlanta. It's crazy work. If you ever been to Georgia, where I was in what's that area called? Oh my God, I can't think. Dunwoody,
Ooh.
that area.
Is that by Jonesboro?
Jonesboro.
No, that's on the other
Jonesboro is
That's
south.
on the other side. Okay.
Dunwoody and
Is
that
Alpharetta
area,
or something?
that's near Alpharetta. This was all Asian, Arabic
Oh, wow.
area. Like Asian, it was mostly Asians, Arabics, Hispanics lived in this area. There was really no black people out there. And she kicked me out, and I was homeless till about like March of 2020. But I got the best damn job in December. So even while I was homeless, I had got this amazing opportunity to have this job. And I wasn't homeless because I'm too bougie to sleep on the streets. So bitch was working. I was giving plasma, whatever I needed to do to survive. But I was like, I still had this job. Bitch went to jail. Went to jail for the first time ever in my life when I got this job. And by the grace of God, I only did 3 days. All I needed was 3 days. And I still was able to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never stopped. I didn't have a car. I never stopped. And I was so grateful that I got this job. And I still got this job today. You will never, ever, ever, ever make me regret my vote. Because I know, had that man not been in office, I don't know what the hell I would have been doing. I moved to Atlanta when Obama was in office, and there was no jobs out there for like a whole 3 years. It was like terrible. It was terrible. What you was about to say, President Dante?
What I wanted to say was that, I honestly, yeah, he gave you the opportunity, but I think a lot of people got to start realizing it was you that did the work. And see, a lot of people don't want to do the work.
It was me who did the work, but let me tell you what I mean when I say he gave the opportunity, because he signed an executive order for you to start being able to hire people based on experience and not based on you getting a degree. So
yeah, what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean when I say that opportunity.
No, I'm not knocking what you're saying. I'm not knocking what you're saying. What I'm saying is to the hearers out there is that when opportunities are out there like that, you have to take advantage of it. And a lot of people won't do it. They want somebody to do the work for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, like back in the day, we used to have to go fill out applications on paper. Now you can just sit at home on your phone, on the internet, and fill out an application. You won't even do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, and you took advantage of the opportunity that was put in front of you. And I think that if more of us will start doing that, like I tell people all the time, especially in our community, like I told my nephew the other day, he living, kind of crazy. I said, you know what? I told his mom, you need to get some insurance on him, because at the end of the day, if he got 26s and Jordans all in his closet, God forbid if he die, that's stuff depreciated. So you need to be able to bury the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not thinking for himself. See, these are hard conversations we got to start having with our black young people. Because at the end of the day, when you start telling them the truth like that, because we've been pacifying too many of these young people now. That's why we on this panel right now have respect for elders. We will never go up to an elder and cuss them out, put our hands on them. Now you got these young folk run up in you. These teachers now, black teachers are quitting in the droves. My nieces are teachers. They talk about quitting because these students, and it's usually the black ones, that be in there clowning.
YNs.
Yeah, to be in that clowning, like it make it hard. So we got to do better when the opportunities out there, showing them how to get these opportunities like you did and take advantage of it. Because
we really have to, because like I'm at this point right now. Every time I see a little GoFundMe for one of these people, oh shit, this nigga dead, y'all. Oh no.
We get so offended when somebody bring up life insurance. Why are we so offended by that? That's weird.
Did he have insurance?
Let me say this to you, piggybacking off Presidente.
Yeah.
Somebody asked Dick Gregory, God rest his beautiful soul, asked him many years ago, how can we deal with police violence against Black people? Anybody seen that video? Anybody seen that interview? What'd he say, fool? What'd he say?
You gotta take both an insurance policy or whatever. Like they had to have their own insurance so they could get sued. It was something like that. It was something with an insurance policy. You could sue the officer if they did it. Something like that.
What he said was, get insurance policies on all your children, and then also have individual insurance policies on all the police officers. So that way, if a police officer pulls off a Tamar Rice type of situation where you're just 110% wrong, the parents are going to get paid by the insurance policy on the child. They're also going to get paid by the insurance policy from the police, from that individual, not the police department, the individual police officer. After a while, that gets kind of expensive.
Yeah.
And you just making millionaires from killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You'll stop killing people after that.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how you fix it. That's how you fix it.
We've been grooving and moving. Like I didn't even notice that we supposed to be above. We've been talking.
We supposed to be. I gotta go. Ain't nobody be out here on people. I am not Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright will be on here till 4:00 in the morning.
Right.
4 o'clock. I don't even. Why did I say F and then say fuck? It doesn't even make sense. You got me fucked up. I am not. Jaguar Wright will take a shower while she's on the podcast. I'm not doing it. And I love me some Jaguar Wright. She was did the foreword on my book, Tell the Truth. I am not doing it. Y'all can talk on here all night long if you want.
No, we're not about to do that. I'm sorry. We're not about to do that, y'all. We'll be back next Sunday. We'll be back next Monday at 5 p.m. I really enjoyed this conversation. Fool, I hate that your phone ain't collaborating with the podcast.
Not only is it my phone, my Mac will not turn on. So like my shit is really the shit. It will, when you put the power button, it won't turn on. I'm gonna say this before they cut me off again.
They're not gonna cut you off. Say it.
Look, I've been cut off 6 times.
Go ahead.
Let's go on the side of the chat.
The thing about it is, when y'all was talking about the Black history and everything like that, do y'all understand? I won't even go to that museum in DC because my peoples went and told me the largest statue they got in the Black African American Museum is of Thomas Jefferson. I'm not going.
I heard about that.
I will never in my life
look into that motherfucker. Everybody. And speaking of that, like I know that like we kind of just was talking about so many different things. I wanted to keep the momentum going, but like the whole point of this is that it's so important for us to understand that we have to unlearn a lot of the things that we learned in order to move forward. A lot of the stuff that we learned regarding our history is false, and it was put in position in order for us to think less of ourselves. And to be empowered is to learn the truth. And even when you think you know the truth, keep damn looking.
Yes,
It's gonna
yes.
always
Keep
be
digging.
more.
Keep digging. Yes,
Like
yes.
the truth in America right now is like an onion. It's like hella layers that you got to keep pulling back
Yeah.
until you get to a point to where you be like, by George, I've got it. It's gonna get to that point.
Yeah.
I just really want my listeners, I want people out there to just like do your own research. I'm gonna be doing this all month when we're talking about Black history. Today, I just want to give you all this last tip. Y'all could go look this man up. I think that it's something that y'all should go look up, me personally, because a lot of people don't know who this man is. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this screen and then we're gonna wrap it up. I want everybody to go look this man up right here. Because when you look him up, this is Walter Plecker. This is Walter Ashby Plecker. Walter Ashby Plecker was a physician in the First Virginia State Register of Vital Statistics. He is responsible for the Racial Integrity Act of 1924. So when you think of the one-drop rule, the classification that we went through, the reclassification of Black Americans, comes from this man right here. Walter Plecker, because he was so racist that he wanted to make it a law for you to have an interracial relationship. They were locking people up for trying to get married to people outside of being Black or being white. There was no Black or no white around that time. Because of him is why we are where we are right now when it comes to the reclassification of our country, when it comes to Black Americans finding out that they actually have American Indian in their blood, is because of this guy right here. So please take time out of your day whenever you can. Look up Walter Ashby Plecker. Every episode that I have, every podcast that I have, I'm gonna give y'all somebody to look up.
Yeah, this is good information, niece.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm gonna give y'all somebody to go look him up. Yeah, Walter Ashby Plecker. Please look him up. Also, another source of information, another good source is definitely Dane Calloway. Love Dane Calloway. Been following Dane Calloway for a while. You can follow him actually on YouTube. What did somebody say? Each state have their own register that follow Walter Plecker. Yeah, he changed. He was changing shit all across the country. All across the country. He's the reason why we have Elizabeth Warren right now claiming that she's Native American.
Wait, look at this. Look at this.
Pocahontas.
This is on this Walter Ashby Plecker.
Yep.
The Pocahontas exception. Existing laws had allowed any person with 1/16 or less of American Indian blood and no other non-Caucasian blood to identify as white. This was because many prominent white Virginian families had long espoused themselves to be descendants of Pocahontas and John Rolfe. This became known as the Pocahontas exception and allowed many white families to maintain their ancestral connection to Pocahontas without nullifying their white racial identity.
Yep.
See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They will identify as white Somalians and whoever else.
Inclusion.
Cubans, the whole night. Those blonde-headed Cubans down in Miami, they put white on their paperwork. I don't care what nobody says. This is what they do because you get benefits from being white, but then you also get benefits from saying that you're one of them descendants of goddamn Pocahontas, which I thought was fake.
Yep.
So you getting your bud breaded on both sides. Ho, your fingers is crazy when you eat your sandwich.
Yep. Look them up.
You get butter on both sides of your bread. This is from the guy you just said, Shannon Walter Ashby Plecker. And see, this is what pisses me off. This guy didn't die till 1947.
He got hit by a car. He got hit by a car, auntie.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to say this, and I don't condone violence, but I do want to say this. I remember 2 hours ago when we first started this conversation, somebody said, well, what are they going to write? How is the history going to write about us? What are they going to say about us? You know what's so unfortunate? It's so unfortunate that it's going to be the same type of situation. George Foreman lived till he was 85 years old. It's unfortunate because y'all will kill people in the streets, your own people. But you want us to deal with white something, something, white something, something every freaking February or every whenever you want to. But you don't really take care of people that are causing real problems. You want to impress me? Do something with people that are actually causing real problems. Don't just come up with a big ass boogeyman that no one can get a hold of, just making up stuff as you go along. There is real racism, there is real prejudice, but it's not as widespread and as broad. But if you would take care of the specificities of it, we could handle a lot of this prejudice and racism. But you too busy trying to make it broad. That's why you got liberal women over here talking about nigger, you're next. These white liberals.
Yep. And then you got people like this who are the chiefs of Choctaws in Oklahoma.
Cow cheese. And with that bowling shirt on. Now you know good in that gown well that ain't right. He looked like he just came from, well, you know, we're on lane number 12. Somebody push the button, lane 12. The balls are stuck on lane 12. That's what he looked like.
Look, don't take my word for it. I always want to provide you all with the facts to do your own research. Look that man up and you'll get a better understanding of how we got to this point. There was a time in this country where they did not want us to mix. They didn't want that at all.
No.
They didn't want us to mix. Now we can't stop seeing the shit on TV.
Man, oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
That's the shit that's crazy when you start to put it into perspective of how the game that they play, but then they throw the shit right back in your face to show you exactly what the fuck they wanted to do in the goddamn first place. The shit, it's amazing because it's the mind games that everybody just don't see.
As Sun Spirit says, we have a petition to right some of the wrongs that the corporation has done to the indigenous people, and we have over 11,000 signatures. Can you please email me that petition so I can sign it and share it with my people?
There's a chick in Chicago, and I am so mad right now because I cannot remember her name, but I'm going to explain her to you, and I think you're going to know who I'm talking about. She has these really long locks, and they're thick, and they go all the way to the ground. And she wraps them up, and then she'll put like some jewelry in it. And she used to create jewelry. And she right off of 53rd and Lakeshore, she had a little shop, and she would sell a lot of copper jewelry. She's like she's our skin color, like, you know, caramel colored. And then she got married to this older gentleman whose name I'll never know because it's like some real tribal name, like Chief Umbumbabobo or whatever, right? They have some type of petition or something that is on the governor's desk in Illinois. They put that man in jail. Afuya, what you said?
Is it just sitting there? They're doing something with it?
Yeah, I think her name is like Afuya. What is her name? Yes, and they have a whole thing. It's a whole book and everything. When the guy said he has 11,000 petitions, it made me think of it. I'm going to try to see if I can see if I can think of what her name is. Afuya is that black lady from New York.
You thinking of Queen Afua?
Yeah, but it's not her. I'm talking about the lady in Chicago. Fool, you don't know who I'm talking about?
Nah, this story I haven't heard of, but believe me, I can find out tonight because
it's
Chicago. I know a bunch of people in Chicago.
No, okay. Keep talking. Let me look.
But why? Look, I know we're gonna be ending soon. I want to thank y'all for showing love to my girl Pretty's live, like without a doubt. Megan, I don't think you even understand. I'm dead serious. You don't understand the weight that you carry for people who actually think that fuck with you. Because I'm gonna tell you how far back I go with you when I was talking about that motherfucking shot. I remember everything you were saying because I was going hard in the paint when they were shutting me down. And that's when I found you. And what I love is we got 5 people on this motherfucking panel and we came together.
Yeah.
And it's small groups like this where the power comes from that people got to understand. These 5 people can reach thousands, hundreds of thousands fast as long as we're doing it the right way. And that's exactly what we're doing. So we got to just make sure we connect. This is what I love. Pretty sure, you know, that's my goddamn sister. Dante, that's my dog, even though we still ain't seen each other when I go to North Carolina to see my fucking family. We can't catch each other when I go up there. And Simone, I follow you. I've been following you on TikTok. But every time they ban my page, I find your ass again because they keep banning my fucking page.
They after me, and they after me now. They don't demonetize me. I said, I don't care. I ain't gonna shut up.
No, look. If they demonetize you, go over to Facebook. You'll be more than welcome. Trust me.
I'm afraid of Facebook, y'all. I stay from over there.
No. Let me explain this to you. I've been on Facebook for less than a month, actually posting again. I've had over 415,000 views.
Wow, that's good.
In less than 28. That's what I'm saying. You got to be mindful how you post. But believe me, it's over there. I needed
to hear that.
Yeah, that's how it is. But I'm still gonna be on TikTok. Let's go on Unplug FYM, and just we got to keep getting the message out.
Man, look, listen. I'm about to start going over there because like TikTok, they on some bullshit right now.
They mute your videos.
They muted my videos. They muted the shit out of my video yesterday while I was talking about how ABC took that video down about FBA, about Foundational Black
Americans. I saw
Americans.
that this morning.
Yeah, they muted my video. They've been shadow banning the hell out of my content. I can't even get on panels without logging into a whole nother account. Yeah, they don't fuck with me on TikTok. I don't know what I did. I'm like, damn, like I don't know how I just became a felon on TikTok.
It's guilt by association.
Same thing over there.
Yeah, it's guilt by association. They know you. They know me and you fuck with each other. They like, oh, we finally got it. We caught her.
In 2020, when my video went viral, that video that I said about Biden talking about as long as your patients don't run as thin as that hairline, that video went viral so fast. It was all over the world. Like people in Australia, people in Africa, it was viral so fast. And then I did another video where I was talking about abstinence, and I was like, well, you don't have to worry about abortion. Just keep your legs closed. It's not a big deal. Just
close your legs, trash box.
Yeah, go to the leg. I didn't say the trash box part, but yes. That video went even more viral than the other one. TikTok shut my page down. Boom.
Damn.
And banned me. And banned me. They didn't just shut it down. They banned me because I was in the hundreds of millions of views. They banned me and I could not get an account. I didn't open up a new account until like last year.
Yeah,
that was 5 years.
When I got on IG, my first time seeing you was on IG. I finally got like conservative content on my feed, and you popped up, and I'm like, I wonder why I never saw her on TikTok.
I was banned. Banned. Yeah, and I don't mean silent. I mean banned, and that was back in 2020. So and I was on the news and everything. I was on
me too.
Because they were like, oh my God, they banned your videos. I said, yeah, because it was going that viral. And they were like, no. We can't, because this is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna tell you one more time before I get off this thing. You know when you're special. They let you know.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. They let you know because somebody can say the same exact thing that I say with the same cadence.
Yes.
Their videos can go viral. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Megan, what's the best way I can get in contact with you? Gotta make sure you on my platforms and shit.
Email. You want my email address? You want me to tell you my email address, or you?
I get it from Pretty. I get it from.
Okay, I'll give it to her.
Y'all get my contact information from Niece. I love y'all so much. Let me just say this real quickly. You know, we are in the most amazing time right now. I know it seems crazy, but if you just trust, if you can't trust nothing, trust what I'm telling you. If you just hold out a little while longer.
Yeah.
We are in the age of Aquarius, which means, of course, we're going to find out information, but also time is speeding up. So it's not just that we're in the age of Aquarius. It's that time is moving much more quickly. So if we are finding out all this stuff and we're only on February 9 of the brand new year, and we found out all this stuff very, very quickly, just imagine what will happen by June.
Yeah.
So hold on. Keep meditating, keep journaling, drink your water, flush your system, please exercise. You need to get that anger up out of your body. Do not let anger and frustration sat in your body. Don't let it do. You cannot afford it. You want to exercise every day, get your meditation on every day, drink your water, try, don't do too much arguing and all that other stuff. Because again, if I tell you, if they're harvesting your energy, then that means you got to hold on to it because it's important, right? Because it's a commodity. So you have to really pay attention to what you give your energy into. And every now and then, take a little time off of social media,
And laugh.
Yeah, go dancing, go outside, go on the picnic, go date some broads or some dudes or whatever. If you're married or whatever, date the person that you're with. I tell people all the time, role play. Get that broad a wig, you get you a different suit, rent you a car from Enterprise for $25 a day and pick her up in a different car.
Because I'm about to go sing to my man as soon as I get off of here. Woman,
Somebody.
how truly she charms.
Watch on King.
That's what you need to be doing. You need to, because your body needs to be able to re-energize. So if you're constantly talking about politics all the time, you're constantly talking about the same thing all the time, that it's too much. You have to, at some point,
Yes.
Say, let me hang out with my kids or my dog or my babe or my boy or whatever it is. Do that and really, really commit yourself to just 2 hours where you're just not talking about politics, where you're just, engaging with whoever you love. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have anybody that you love, engage with yourself. Look in the mirror and be like, I look damn good today. This is what it is. I look good. I've been working out my skin. Men, take care of your skin. Women are not the only ones taking care of our skin. Put you some oil on your hair, all that scalp. Ain't nothing worse than a nigga with an ashy scalp. We want you to love yourselves. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're going to be doing.
Get you some sea moss. Get some sea moss.
Sea moss, drink it and put it on your hair. And just, because it's really important, because this is what I tell myself all the time. If I get, I'm just going to throw something out there. If I get my 5 million tomorrow, will I be able to fit in whatever the outfit is that I need to go pick it up at the bank? Because when I go pick my money up, I'm not picking it up in t-shirts and jeans. I'm going to pick it up in something cute. So I always stay on the ready. Yeah. You always want to stay on the ready because that's the vision. The vision is, well, how do I feel? How do I look? How do I smell? That's the whole thing, right? So you want to make sure that you're spending time with yourself. Don't let the country and the this and the that mess you up so that you're just so bombarded that you're not pleasant to be around, even around yourself. Make sure you're laughing. Make sure you're having fun. Make sure you're playing games.
I'm about to kick food off of my life. I'm about to kick food off my life. Food.
Yes.
No, nobody want to see you in the kitchen eating, man.
What's no cooking? Because I'm hungry and this food is food.
Don't worry about it. I got me some chicken bidias in the kitchen, and I'm about to tear that shit up. Huh?
What's a bidia?
Bidia is it's a Mexican dish. Basically, you take any type of meat. Usually it's beef, but I had some chicken because I had a roasted chicken in the freezer because I be freezing shit because I'm old. And I thawed it out. I deboned it. Put it. You take peppers. I think it's called guajillo peppers. You take peppers, broth, garlic, a little bit of cumin, and then you put it in the blender. You blend that sauce up, and then you cook the meat in the sauce for about a couple of hours. And then you take flour tortilla, You kind of like lightly kind of bread, like lightly kind of fried up. Get a little bit of cojito cheese or white cheese or any cheese that you like. Then you smash that thing back together, and it's just like this nice little.
Oh, it smells like a quesadilla.
It's kind of like a quesadilla, yes.
But good. Oh, that sounds real good.
I love.
You have some sour cream on there as well.
Yeah, you put a little sour cream on it. A little sour cream. I like to put little onions. I love onions.
Yeah,
I put onion on everything. I love onions, garlic, all of that stuff. I don't go to no restaurant. We don't go to restaurants. We don't do drive-thrus. We don't do none of that. I am the restaurant. I cook everything.
I know the hell that's right.
My man was married to a Hispanic lady. I turned into dang on. I'm Maria Jones. I'm Maria Jones. What you want, babe? You want some Puerto Rican rice? We gonna make Puerto Rican rice this week.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Thank you.
You can't cook for my man. I cook for my man.
I know the hell that's right. I wish somebody would come. You can't come through the stomach on that hole. The way to the heart is a man's stomach. You won't get him that way. You better come to this man's feet.
Man, you can't get him to the stomach. What you eating, fool? Look like spaghetti.
Pasta and soup.
Pasta and soup.
What kind
of pasta?
Man, what the hell?
Where's your wife? Where's this man's wife? Where's this man's female? Where's the female? You ain't got one?
Unfortunately, I'm single. I had a breakup after 5 years, so I won't.
Yeah, you must be single because spaghetti and soup. It ain't abroad nowhere near.
You have some spaghetti with a Caesar salad and some garlic bread and the drink. That's what you.
If you black.
Oh, why you want to take the pasta and put it inside the soup?
Right, if you're black, you're gonna have some chicken on the side.
Well, that's all right. Well, how long was the breakup? How long ago was it? It was recent.
It's probably now, but it's been about maybe like 3 months.
Y'all just broke up like 3 months ago?
Yeah, he said 3 months. Okay, well, that's all right. You making it, so that's okay. We're not gonna make fun of you. I'm glad you're eating something. Because
that's all that matters. You ain't eating no bologna sandwich. You wouldn't be eating a fried bologna sandwich. I would have been on your ass, bro.
He could be eating some of them hot fries and a pack of Annihilators. So we're grateful that he
potted meat. You would have been eating some potted meat or some sauce with crackers. I would have been cutting your ass up on this. You pull out some potted meat if you want to.
So potted meat soup.
Potted meat soup. So you eating well, man.
I'm talking some real motherfucking struggle meals. Gee, that shit taking me back to when I was a kid. Gee,
we're just glad that you're doing all right. You got you a woman over there, Presidente?
No, I'm single too, but I know how to cook. I know how to cook.
Man, President Dante in the South, he know what's going on. He know how to cook.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, it looked like food know how to cook too. He just putting too many different meals together at one time. But that's all right. Men, when they get hungry, they eat anything. Men will eat. Oh well, I had what? That don't even go together.
I always say the same thing. It go down the same motherfucking hole. So it don't.
Yep.
Well, that's because you don't have a woman. When you have a woman, you be like, "Hey, babe, I thought you was gonna make me when you made me that special." But that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, y'all.
Heal your heart.
Blessed. I love y'all. I'm about to get up off of here so I can feed myself and my man and my cats.
Bye, y'all.
Y'all, thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Y'all have a good evening. Y'all make sure you all follow all of my guests. Make sure you all tune back in next Monday.
Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you.
Appreciate you all. Blessings.
Love y'all.
Thank you so much.
And we out.
Guys. Now, how do I get out of this thing here? Get out of here. Niece, cut me out.
Just trying to stay sucker free in a world full of lollipops. I'm seeing all the ops. Fake news, fake views. It's an illness, the cure to the sick shit. It's the pretty real.